everyone, this is Mark Repp, Technology Trainer of the Port Huron Area School District, and today it's time for another tech tip where we are going to delve deep into advanced sharing of Google Docs. I'm going to have a document that I'm going to share and show all the different ways that you can share it and then put it on your Google site or send it through an email. One of the problems that we've come across over the last year with Google Drive and Google Docs is that people don't always know that they can share all different ways. And when it comes to creating a website through something like Google Sites, they don't always pre-share the document the right way. So I'm going to do this video to show you the best ways to share documents and some ways that you maybe didn't even know existed. So I'm going into a document that I've recently shared, and you'll notice that my Google Drive looks a little different because I've switched over to the new Google Drive. If you click on this little button over at the top right corner, the Settings button, you can either go to the new drive, it'll probably say something like Experience the new drive, or if you find that you like the old one better, you could leave the new drive and go back to the old one that you're more familiar with. But for right now, I'm going to use my new version, and I'm going to go to a document that I've created recently called the Tech Tip Archive, and I opened it from there. Obviously, you can go to the Share button and click on that blue Share button. And you'll see that Google has changed the Share with Others window so it looks a little different than it used to. For example, there's a Get Shareable Link button that you can click right here in the top right corner. There's also a little advanced link that you can click on in the bottom right corner of that box. I'm going to take a look at both of them, starting with the Advanced button. If I click the Advanced button, the first thing I want you to see is that you can always click this Change link, and I'd recommend that you do so. Clicking Change will then bring up the 5 different methods of link sharing that you have available. If you don't choose to share a link, then it'll be off, and you can choose specific people to share with. I'll click Save. And if I click Done and I start over, and I click Get Shareable Link, watch what happens. As soon as I click Get Shareable Link, the link has been copied to the clipboard. And if I go down and click Advanced now, you'll see that when I click Change, that it has automatically turned on link sharing. Before it was off, now it's on. And people of the Port Huron Area School District where I work who have this link will be able to access this document. One notch higher will allow people at the Port Huron Area School District to find and access the document so they can find it through a search. If I go even higher to On Anyone with the link, and that's the one that I like the best, anyone who has the link can access the document. And no sign-in is required. See, that's the difference. Anyone can find it, even someone who doesn't work within my district. They don't need to log in like they have to down here. So if you're a teacher and you have a classroom website and you want to share a document with parents, this would be your best option. Last but not least, I could go even higher to the very highest level of link sharing, and that's on Public on the Web. This way, anyone on the internet can even do a Google search and find your document. No sign-in required. Just about anyone in the world can get to your document any way that they want to, with the highest number of people that could access your document. And this is the most strict or stringent level where you pick only specific people that you want to share with. If I choose this option, I can click Save. Then I can type in people's email addresses, select them, or type in an entire group like this, and share with an entire building, for example. Just to the right of that Invite People box, I can choose whether I want them to edit my document, simply allow them to comment, or they can just view it and learn whatever it is that I want them to learn. Here are a few other things you can do. You can send a copy to yourself. That way you get a copy of the document that you've shared with others. You can paste the item itself into the email so that people can see within the email what they're going to be viewing. It actually takes a picture of the document and inserts it into the email message. When I click Send, all these people will be notified by email, letting them know that this will be in their shared documents in their Google Drive. Another thing that I like to do is click Add Message. And then I can type an optional message below. I'll say something clever like, please read for at least 5 minutes. You will love it. Now if I click Send, it will send it to all of these people. So those are some different ways of sharing the document as you type it up. And you can find all these options by clicking the Share button in the top right corner. So let's review a little bit. Let's click on the Share button. We could type in addresses here. We can allow them to edit, comment, or view. We can click Get Shareable Link, and then the link is copied to the clipboard where you can then paste that link into an email. You can click Advanced in the bottom right corner. You could then copy the link from here, copy, and paste it into an email. And you can click Change and go up several levels of different kinds of link sharing, including anyone with the link. I'll click Save, and I'll click Done. Now, what if you wanted this document to go on the web and be inserted into your website? If you have a Google site, this is an option you'll want to use. Let's go to the File menu, click on File, and then go down to Publish to the Web. Now you'll see the new Publish to the Web dialog box with two tabs, Link or Embed. I'll start with Link. This will allow you to make your content visible to anyone by publishing it to the web, through a Google site, for example. You can link to it or embed your document, and to learn more, just click on the link that says Learn More, where it will take you to a helpful web page where Google explains how to use it. Now, if I want to publish this to my website, I can just click Publish. It'll ask, are you sure you want to publish this selection? And I'll say, OK. Now I get a live link, and I can press Control-C to copy, or I can right-click and choose Copy. I can also share through Google+, through email, Facebook, or Twitter. I can come down to Publish Content and Settings, and now that I've published it, I can also stop publishing it anytime I want. I can also require viewers to sign in with their Port Huron Area School District account, and I can automatically republish every time changes are made. These are both optional. I'll choose the bottom one, where it automatically republishes when changes are made. So if I have a Google site, I can go into my Drive, click on my Apps button in the top right corner, and click on Sites. I'll bring up one of my Google sites. This particular site has many embedded resources that I can click on and see within my web pages. This is what embedded pages look like, and I'm going to make one in just a few seconds. Here I've created a location where I can put an embedded document. I've also added some files down below. Now if I go back to this document, I can right-click and copy, of course. Go into my site and click on the editing pencil in the top right corner. Now I have to type some text in order to create the link. So I'll highlight these updated tech tips. Now I'll go up to this button, which is the Add or Remove Link button. I can also use the keyboard shortcut of Control-K. And then you must click on Web Address at the left. Now that I've already copied the link to my clipboard, I can just right-click and choose Paste, or I can do Control-V on the keyboard. Pressing Control-V will paste it right into that box, and then I can go down here and choose Open this link in a new window. Click OK, and that is how you create a live link. Now somebody can click on this hyperlink and go to my document. And since I shared it with everyone, anyone can see this document. Why? Because I chose anyone with the link. Now let's get rid of this link and let's try another method of sharing. Let's go back to my document, and remember how I got to this window was by going to File, Publish to the Web. We did Link earlier. Now we're going to do Embed. Now we can embed this document by simply highlighting the embed code, which is known as an iframe code. I'm going to right-click and choose Copy. And remember, you can always stop publishing by clicking the Stop Publishing button anytime you want. I'm going to X out of this window, go back to my Google site, and open up the page where I want that embedded document to reside. I'm going to click Save first. Okay, there's my spot that I'm going to put it, this little rectangular area. I'm going to click the Edit Page pencil. It loads the editor, and now I want to embed my document right into this space. So I'm going to click the HTML button, and you can see it's completely empty because I didn't put anything in that space. I'll right-click and choose Paste. Now it pastes that iframe code that I just got earlier, and I can now choose Update. And you'll see that it loads a Google gadget, or an iframe, and if I go down to the bottom left corner, there's the little Properties button here. It's important to click on Properties because here you can change the width and the height of your document. You can also choose to include a scroll bar on the gadget if necessary, and you can also include a border around the gadget. If you want a title, you can include a title on the gadget as well. I'm going to call it Updated Tech Tips, and then I'll click OK. Now all I have to do is hit Save. It'll save this, and since I chose a scroll bar, you can scroll up and down the page as well. And it fits nicely within that frame. So that's another way that you can share a document, and in this case, publish it to your Google site. So now we've shown just about every way that you can share a document through Google Drive and load it into your Google Sites. You can share it by email or through the web. I hope you've learned a lot through this video. I'm Mark Repp. Join me for another tech tip. Bye for now.